Welcome back to The Five. So back in the day, I actually had to write an essay and even give a speech to get a scholarship to go to college. Today, schools are offering scholarships in the form of a tweet. Yes, you and your children can now be awarded up to $37,000 a year for 140 characters or less. And not surprisingly, a student quoted in USA Today said it was such a relief not to be burdened by an 800-word essay. Now, I'm no fuddy-duddy, despite what Greg or Bob might say about me, but I tweet and I personally enjoy the challenge of trying to get an idea down to 140 characters. It's like doing haiku. But I don't for a second think that being a masterful tweeter would ever replace the merit of the written word. And also, as a small business owner, I can guarantee you I wouldn't be hiring anyone who couldn't write a full paragraph, let alone even interviewing them. But Eric, you disagree. You think this is a good idea?
It's fantastic. I love Twitter. I love Facebook. I love all the social media. And fine, great. If you can do it in 140 characters, do it. By the way, I recommend all my intros from now on being 140 characters or less.
I do too.
So does everyone else.
I'm all for that.
Well, look, we can't turn a blind eye. Can you imagine beating out 20 or 30,000 other people? Getting only 140 characters to do that? How creative do you have to be?
But getting $37,000 a year scholarship because you wrote a tweet. I mean, Bob, you've hired people too. I mean, you wouldn't hire somebody that can just tweet.
Well, first of all, I don't know what tweet is. So
you just asked me what a blog was earlier.
Okay, I said it was technically illiterate. I accept that. All right,
it's
just give me a break.
Better you don't know.
But let me say, wait a second. I think this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of. Although, except that I think Eric's opening should be 145 tweets or
140 characters.
But the idea that you give $37,000 to somebody who could make something 140. Look, I teach graduate school, believe it or not. Now, I went to school on a scholarship. It was a football scholarship because I was able to mug quarterbacks. Now, I didn't learn anything when I went in, and I learned nothing when I got out because I graduated with a 2.001 on a football scholarship, and that's because I was an affair with a French teacher, and she gave me a passing grade. But having said that, I read with my kids write in graduate school. These are 25-year-olds, and they can't write. It sounds like 10 tweets stuck together.
I want to hear more about the French teacher you had an affair with. Okay, I don't care about this segment anymore.
You do care
I need to hear more. But here's the thing. I think that this is, I don't know, it's kind of silly. I think you should give scholarships. You should go in reverse. Give scholarships to people who know how to do cursive writing. Have you tried to write a check?
You know that a lot of schools don't even teach cursive writing anymore. The other thing is, Andrea, I was thinking earlier that my mom did not let me go to sleep on my birthday until I had written handwritten thank you notes to everyone who had given me a present.
This was just your last birthday, right?
Well, and I still do it to this day. I'm a big hand note writer. Well, I had a young woman say to me, you know, I had a job interview, and I followed up the next day. I said, how did it go? And did you follow up? And they said, well, I sent an email. I said, not good enough.
I know.
Everybody should be sending these handwritten notes.
No, I agree. I always send handwritten notes, and these kids that just write these short emails with spelling errors. That is just, look, I think that now that we know how to communicate.
I actually
you don't want to know what
house.
I would send you in a handwritten note. It would be very nice.
I will go to their house because I believe in going there personally, and I will burn the message in their front lawn. Right. That's how much I care.
Let me just finish my point here, though. I think that kids they're not learning how to communicate at all. Maybe it's faster, but it's not better. It's like the dumbing down.
Because of Twitter?
Dumbing down of students because of Facebook, so LOL, all these crazy terms. They don't even know how to complete an actual paragraph.
You're sounding like a 7-year-old right now.
Bob's mad because he can't figure out what they're saying.
I think it's great that they're not communicating. I don't want to hear from them.
Wait a minute, it's that and that ridiculous, what are those things called, instant messaging?
You guys are aging yourselves here.
All my son does, he's a very good golfer, and he sits there and he's going back and forth with his girlfriend on the thing while we're trying to play golf. Now, what's that all about?
And it could be that when they get to the age of when they're going to be creating jobs, that they won't need the written word anymore. That could possibly be. But until then, we're the ones who are hiring them, and I want people who can write. And I also think that these schools, basically, it's a gimmick. And to get on the front page of the paper, which they did, and now we've given them a ton more press.
Also, KFC is doing it. Kentucky Fried Chicken is offering a scholarship, which is awesome if you tweet.
I thought if you could eat a couple of buckets,
college has become a gimmick.
You would win.
Do you understand how good these kids can now multitask? I mean, my son can tweet, he can play a video game, he can kind of watch TV, and also kind of listen to me a little bit too. That is really talented.
I'm feeling really old here.
I can see dinner at the moment.
I'm feeling really old. All this stuff about talking about the young people and their techno-savvy stuff. I feel like I've aged 10 years. I have to say, though, I read your tweets, and they depress me because you're always traveling. You're always off someplace exotic, and I'm home in my bedroom watching.
Exotic.
It's not very exotic to be on the SL about.
No, you're always touching the runway and taking off.
Wait a second. Do you know that she was in the Sudan and Nigeria?
Yes.
Now, have you ever been in those places?
But it's exciting. I don't have an exciting life. She has an exciting life.
If you get out of there without getting killed,
I actually very much enjoy Twitter. I thank you, all of my followers. I appreciate it. I'm near almost to 50,000.
Yeah, but you won't get yourself in trouble.
I know, of course I won't.
See, I can't tweet.
I
can't tweet.
That's right.
True, because
I don't do it.
You don't drink tweet. I drink tweet. I'll have a couple of glasses of wine. Next thing you know, I wake up in the morning and I'm going, what did I just do?
No.
Not with a person, but with my laptop.
Can you promise us
at
this show, at this moment, this hour, that you will not tweet yourself in your underwear?
Yeah, I can't promise that.
Oh, yeah, we didn't even think about that.
You know what I did, though? I actually was put in the Twitter penalty box for a while.
What's that mean?
I had to stay off Twitter for a while.
Why?
I can't tell you about it.
But who